Hey, what's going on, guys? Now coming to you from Masala Japan Pinku style podcast studio. Not doing a podcast today. This is going to be a different video. I got sent a bunch of videos over the last couple of days from various people. At least it was like five or six guys, which for me is significant because I mean I'm not that big of a dude. I'm getting 20, 30 messages for something that goes down. But anyway, got sent 5 or 6 messages. The same clip from a particular guy. Some guy out there that made a video of matthaugen and everything, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. matthaugen racing, and FD and all that stuff like that. So getting right into it, man, because I don't waste you guys' time and everything. And before I start even talking, I'm not here to change you guys' mind. You guys are going to be who you're going to be. Your life is going to progress how your life is going to progress, and your actions that you display daily is going to either keep your life the same or take you to a different level or lower your level and everything. So the video I was sent was a bunch of people just taking a jab at matthaugen. Now, if the jab was like in a friendly way and making joking like, hey, get him the next time, cool. But it's not like that, man. Matt, I had on a podcast, just kind of a little bit of history for you guys. I had Matt on a podcast. The first time I got Matt on the podcast was I was on Maximus Driftcast forum, and there was I never heard of Matt, and there was a bunch of guys just like talking shit about this kid. I'm like, I clicked on it and I watched some of the videos. I'm like, yeah, I mean, he got his style or whatever. He got cool, colorful hair like I do. He got his style and stuff like that, but I don't see what's so bad, man. And after going through his stuff, man, what I came to realize, man, is like people who were talking crap about this dude were just for some reason threatened by stuff he says, what he does, the whole pro drift moniker that he runs and everything, which he's a pro drifter. I'm a pro drifter. There's a lot of guys out there that are pro drifters. Guys get used to seeing pro drifter, then you flash up Nakamura and you flash up Daigo and you flash up JR and all the guys that you think are what's labeled as pro drifter, pro drifting drifter, whatever this means. At some point at some federation or some group or whatever, you got handed a license that says you're proficient at doing this. You're better than the average guy. That's all it means. You're just more proficient at it than other people. So, all right, some people might don't know what I'm talking about here. So I'm kind of rambling right now because it's a ramble fest. Here's a video right here of Matt at BC over the weekend, and just click this off. So I'm just running through there, and we can see it. So this car, just going over some stuff he had. I talked to Matt on a personal level. He just got the car shipped over from the States. The car was sitting in Long Beach. It was going out and things like that. They got the car late. They missed the first round, and they were working on the car, man. So he just built this car, got everything together, got it in the container, then it's set and waited. And they got here and start running into issues, what you do when you build a new car, which some of you guys out there don't know about that. You don't know what it's like to build a new car and work it out. None of these cars out there that you see running at top shelf just got built and went out there in the street winning stuff. They had to go through things and change things around and everything. So anyway, I've seen guys out there just giving this dude shit, man, about, not getting through the clipping zones and all that stuff like that. I'm like, dude, the guy, he just moved himself, his whole operation to fucking Japan, and you dudes have no idea what the process is like. You can't do it if you wanted to do it. So what this comes down to, man, like, I just gotta, hopefully you guys will comment, like, what is it, man? Because I watched a handful of Matt's videos. I didn't see all of them. And here's you go running right here, man. Like, you could tell, like, the car has some issues. I could just tell about it, the sound of the car. It didn't sound like it sounded before. And right here is just no power. You got a lot of grip, wide tire, and no power, man. And when you get thrown off the line, the track is already weird anyway. You get thrown off the line, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well, man. So yeah, he was in this situation right here. He was just along for the ride, kind of with this car, and yeah, man, it's kind of sickening, dude. The dude's a fucking American. He's over here in Japan. He's already counted out by all the Japanese. Like, that's one thing you guys don't know living here as a gaijin. You're already counted out. I've been in a situation where I didn't do as well in D1 divisionals, and it was a different time. I was still military, and it just sucks being counted out before you even leave the line. And then if you count it out, you leave the line, and then you have a performance like Matt, right there, you got a 0 on all facets. It's like, you guys would be like, hey man, do it, like, hey man, next time get him, or some fucking words of encouragement rather than just making dumbass memes and stuff like that. A lot of you fucking dudes, I'm gonna get angry right now because that's the best. That's the best. I'm talking kind of trying to be. A lot of you dudes out there wasting your fucking dads, moms, and your grandma, and Mike to go right after, and that's kind of that kind of really locks things in there. But you guys are fucking wasting your time, man. Wasting your subscription, wasting your internet, wasting your time connection with things to go out here and fucking thrash somebody versus saying, hey man, what really happened? Watch the video to see what happened and everything. And you dudes just kind of, you guys are like little bitches, dude. And I get like this because you guys got to realize, man, all this, you go online, you talk shit about people and everything, and I guarantee you 99% of you dudes out there, if you were face to face with Matt or anybody else out there that you're talking shit on, you would either, one, not say nothing, or you would fucking eat your words and fucking ride their dicks, man. That's what you would do. And I get, I'm throwing F-bombs out there and getting mad right now and stuff, man, because I don't care about monetizing my channel or whatever. You guys, you got to understand, man, when you say things online and whatever, you're going to run into these people eventually at some point, if you're out there anyway. If you're a dude that sits in your basement and doesn't go out, doesn't do anything, you won't run into anybody. So go ahead and type your shit on your keyboard. But yeah, man, I've been in this situation. I've been in this thing 20 plus years, man. And I've ran into people in different countries that I've had an argument with on a forum. And I wasn't trying to make an argument, but I'm going to stand my ground. And I run into a dude and then I'm like, yeah, I was big game hit. Oh man, yeah, I was this guy. I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember you said this, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I said what I said, and the guy's backpedaling 10 years later. This happened, no, true story. This 10 years later, this dude's backpedaling out of something he said, because he said some pretty, said some pretty, like, aggressive shit, man, online, on the internet. This is forums, way before MySpace, way before Facebook. But people think like when you say things, you're not gonna come and meet these people, and when you do, you look like a fucking goober because you were the one online talking crap about this dude not being able to fill his zones and doing this and doing that. And then when you run into him face to face, hey man, can I get an autograph? Hey man, I always supported you and stuff like that. And then you think we don't watch the content creators? Content creators who say they don't read the comments and they don't do that, they're bullshit. So that's another story. Everybody out there, you're human. And you do things for validation, even if you don't seek it like all the time. Like for me, my business, I want my validation as a customer coming here, spending a lot of money, and me being able to do what I got to do and have fun and live my life and do what I want to do, man. And so so even though you don't seek a certain kind of, say, like for example, I don't seek validation from another dude in the street to be like, hey man, nice shoes or nice shirt or nice whatever. That's not the validation I seek. Some people seek that. I don't care about that. As long as my clothes are clean, whatever. It's whatever, man. I don't care about wearing, like, I'm a black dude, but I don't wear fitted caps and jerseys and spend money on dumb shit. I don't have any jewelry on, no rings, no watches, because I get dirty. I work on these cars. I do my thing. I'm a fighter, martial arts, sports, all that stuff. I don't. That's not my style. So yeah, man, people seek different kind of validations out there. So it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you seek validation in your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, your husband, in different ways. I mean, a kid seeks validation from his parent when, my kid's out there riding dirt bikes and my son is doing well, standing up on the dirt bike and everything, and he's looking at me and I give him a thumbs up. You know what I mean? That's validation to show, yeah, I'm doing it right. And he goes faster. There is nothing wrong with that, but it's the kind of validation you seek and the way you go about seeking it. That's the problem. And you know what I mean, he's not out here trying to, he's doing his thing. He's showing you his life here. And I'm speaking from a point where I'm getting to know Matt personally. It went from a podcast to another podcast to simply right after the second part or the first podcast, he was like, I was somewhat of a catalyst of getting Matt to come over here and come to Japan. And I was like, damn, man, that was quick. And he just made the decision, made it happen. It was some just getting here, getting rejected by immigrations and having to do the process. And yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And I mean, for me to talk to the dude, see how hard he works to get here. It's not easy to be in Japan. So just get in Japan is step one. Finding your way in Japan is step two. Trying to make some money in that process, getting everything sorted out. So it's not easy. And I came here. I came here by military, and I got out and stuff like that. I didn't really start. I'm not a vlogger at all. Even though you might see my face in there, I'm not what you call a vlogger. Matt is not a vlogger. Adam LZ is a vlogger, and all those other guys where hey, I'm gonna do this today, guys, and do this stuff. That's not my style, man. And you kind of get into that method of doing that a little bit because that's what you see. But my thing is like, all right, step 1, step 2, step 3, shit's drifting. All right, video over, see you later. That's my style, man. I'm not really I don't have time to be camera angle here and get shit set up. I got to work on cars, get shit out, get customer cars. I'll get customer cars in so I can do my thing and everything. So again, wrapping this up, man, because I don't want to keep going. You get the point. Stop being a little bitch online and stop trying to be a cool guy and post something to get likes and shares and shit to show that you're the man because you could talk shit about another dude that ain't in your fucking face. And again, I am a very aggressive person. I don't hide that. I've been to war 3 times. I play football, lacrosse, wrestling, all that stuff. I've done everything. I've done a lot of stuff at a high level. And I can talk that shit because I can back it up. And there's no reason to even do that. I don't do that. It's just at the same time in a defense of somebody I'm getting to know, and there's stories floating around there about and different things. There's stories about me, and I never done anything wrong to anybody other than tell them how they acting, how they carry themselves, and how they're not going to treat me. And for that reason, Japanese Americans, whatever, here in Japan have an issue with me because I don't allow people to walk over me. I don't allow people to call their shots in my fucking life. And you shouldn't do that either. If you're watching out there, don't let people tell you what to do. Don't let people boss you around. There's going to be times and places depending on your situation, you know, work or whatever, where yeah, you got to fold a little bit, bite your tongue a little bit, but you still, there's a point there where you can stand up. You're not working in a dictatorship. It's not that type. Nobody out here in America is working for that type of company. If you are, it's illegal. So you have a human resources department. You got different things. If you're working for a family member, hey man, you need to calm the fuck down and do this and do this and do that. We're not, you know, you're not my owner. I work for you, work under you, but you're not my owner. So never let people come into your lane and push you around and put you down and your ideas. When you got ideas and things like that, this is the motivational part right here. When you got ideas and things like that, be careful who you share with because the average person you share ideas with are going to shoot it down. When Matt came to me, he called me. I'm in Osaka picking up some stuff, and Matt said, "Hey man, you got a second to talk?" And I was about to say no, man, because I'm on the road, and I was like, man, something right here feels like, you know, he wants to talk about some shit. My battery was going dead on the phone, and we talked for about 15 minutes until my battery ran out. And he was like, yeah, man, I really think about coming over, this, and this. I was like, hey, man, first thing first, buy now Japan. Get with Ramon. He's the guy. He's the guy that helped me keep my business going when shit was really tough. And that's why you see the buy now thing mixed up and everything, because I'm not going to have him go with XYZ dude who don't really give a shit about his progress and trying to get him set up. And he was the best person in Japan that I know that could help him out and do stuff and not have him running around as a slave. There's other places here in Japan and gaijins float around here and there, man, but it's like a slave kind of sharecropper type deal, and that ain't what's up, man. It was a few, not naming names because it doesn't matter, but there's a handful of guys that I consider working for here in Japan, and there's nothing wrong with the people. It's just I didn't get out of the military and do all my shit to stay here and be getting fucking peanuts, man. So I started my own stuff. I run my own company. So if you know guys there who don't know Pinku style, Pinku style, not Pink style. That's Nakamura Naoki's little joint team or whatever, man. So look on my shit. You want to find out about me, look on my page, subscribe or whatever, and you'll see it. And this is if Matt's people are seeing this video, so you might be seeing me for the first time. So just go to Pinku Style, type in matthaugen Pinku Style. You'll see our podcast. We got over 4 hours, almost 5 hours of us talking, going back and forth, so you can see that stuff out there. But again, just in a nutshell, man, stop this. I mean, I don't get it, man. Like if your life is that bad where you just gotta go online, and it's not only Matt, it's everybody else out there, because you're talking shit on a bunch of other people. If your life is that bad and miserable, man, you need to make your shit better, man. Like this talking online, typing up and trying to put people down, it's not doing nothing for you other than actually spreading this shit around more. So you're trying to down the dude and you're actually helping him, because somebody out there be like, oh man, actually the dude shit's cool. He had a mishap. Nobody there all day. If you watch that FD, it's not like everybody there was filling those zones and other than Matt. I mean, everybody there was fucking up, man. Top names in the game was messing up. So it's just, hey man, if you think you're better, go out there and get on the track and make it happen and stop talking your shit, man. And that's gonna make your life better, and you'll see, hey man, damn man, I was a little bit too hard on that guy, wasn't I? Yeah, you was, man. So again, it's going to be Diane signing off from Matthaugen Japan, Pinku Style. And this is not a Pornhub t-shirt. This is a wrist lock t-shirt from my guy, Tony, who runs Kazuko Clothing. Doesn't run it anymore, but I still wear his stuff. So these are the type of clothes I wear. So when I go out, people think I got a Pornhub shirt on. It's called wrist lock. So that's for wrist lock is a form when it's a jiu-jitsu thing. So I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, whatever. Anyway, going to be Diane signing off from Matthaugen Japan, Pinku Style. Stop being a hater out there. See you guys later. Peace.